I'm Johnny Vaughan.
I've struck brass, gang.
And this is Steve Brooker, otherwise known as Mud God.
I actually want to change history.
He's one of a select group of licensed amateur archaeologists known as mudlarks, who scour the banks of the River Thames, searching not for buried treasure, but for hidden history, and whose discoveries have changed our understanding of London forever.
There's stuff in that mud that no one's ever seen before.
On the Thames foreshore lies over 2,000 years of history just waiting to be discovered.
And that's what does it for me.
But larking's no job for those afraid to get stuck in. To wade through time, you've got to be prepared to get your hands dirty, armed with little more than a trowel and a lot of patience.
No!
Wait! Steve's agreed to share with me his decades of knowledge and experience.
It's cold.
We'll race against time and tide to get to the bottom of London's muddy history.
Oh, yes!
Our adventures on the foreshore will propel us on historical quests that range from the sublime to the painful.
Ow!
To the downright disgusting.
Oh, man, that reeks! Oh, God. Out the shed, out the shed.
As we become mudmen. Coming up, our finds on the foreshore lead Steve and I to one of London's biggest killers.
What do you start looking like?
Your skin can become blue or even black, and people have described it as saying that people look like a living corpse.
And our journey through the history of disease and medicine takes us deep into the very bowels of the city. Nice.
Oh, my God. That's an odour.
And it's the end of the road for the Mud God.
Right, so there we go. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to remember Steve Brooksy, Mud God Brooks.
Today, Mudmen comes from the Cannon Street area of London, right under the famously wobbly Millennium Bridge. Now, this area is smack bang in the middle of what was once one of the most important trade districts of London. And remember, London at the time was easily the busiest port on the planet. So this place should really be a goldmine for larkers.
For every mud god, we need a mud crew. Now, first of all on the agenda is Woolwich John, the man, the myth. Of course, we have Wonder Dog, Thames Hound Stolly, but his owner, What God himself, one for the ladies. Look at that little cute face there. Next on the agenda, we have Steph the Eyes. No detector work there, just all eyes, hardly any scraping whatsoever. Last but not least, GM. Now, GM can detect, he can dig, and he can scrape. It's like the A-team of history, my mudmen.
OK, so we're down here right by the Millennium Bridge. They're obviously, about a decade or so old now. But what's the old world things that draw us here, that could be lurking here, and why is this of interest?
Imagine everything that came from this country, from other countries, had to come to here, to Queen Ive Dock.
OK, so they'd have come this far down, they wouldn't have gone further up to the Docklands, they'd have been this far into London?
No, we have the Saxon dock at Queen Hive, which, then a medieval dock.
Yeah.
Basically, everything came to here.
Okay.
So, look today, how many ships can you see going up and down? There's now.
Well, I'm not going to count them now.
But imagine in its day, say in the 16th, we could actually walk from one side to the other.
On the boats?
On the boats.
OK.
Also, Sin City. Imagine the brothels, bear baiting. Look over there, you've got the globe there.
Yeah.
Check out the globe.
I mean, actually, you bill it like that, it's a good day out.
We are talking now, this is history here, this is big time history, and hopefully we can have something out of it. I'm going to give you a challenge.
Mind the cashmere.
Primark.
It is actually, but go on.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to challenge you to find as many items as you can within, say, I'll give you 5 minutes.
OK.
So we're going to see if you can actually, can you become a mudman?
What counts as a thing? Pipe stems?
No, check out. I'd like to look at your nails first. The other hand as well. Right. For one thing, I actually want to see those dirty. So, you honestly, you haven't even tried, really, have you?
Well, no, but I have. I've been out there. I did wash them in the Thames.
I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I want as many items of interest. If it looks interesting, pick it up, stick it in your bucket, come back to me in 5 minutes, and I'll check it out. But the main thing is, I want to see dirty nails.
OK. I'm resetting now. Go.
I've set my 5-minute challenge. All he has to do is just find as many items as possible. But what's he doing? He's on the mobile phone.
With Johnny not exactly racing against the clock, it's time to see what the rest of the mudmen have scraped up.
We had Jim.
Nicely.
Yeah,
a few bits and pieces in there. Got crabwinkle jetwing.
Hey. We've got a medieval reckoning counter there. And just imagine like an abacus. The way you used an abacus, yeah, these things were used roughly the same. And you can see the condition of this because of that anaerobic mud. Basically, yeah, you could actually say, no, it looks like gold, but of course it's not. What you had, bro?
Right. Some garnets. A beautiful little things.
Size of that one?
I know.
Of course, what we can't really see here is, look at the colour on that.
Beautiful.
What's really strange there, nobody knows why they're there.
No one knows why they're there.
I mean, there's masses, there must be thousands. Did you see thousands?
Loads and loads of them down there, yeah.
What else you got?
A couple of nice little Victorian bottles.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Hey,
Poison bottles, yeah.
little poison.
Beautiful, eh?
Just check that out. Not to be taken. Why is it that colour?
Basically, because you'd have your means, so you'd know that that was essentially, you know, poisonous, and you wouldn't drink it.
But already I'm pulling out some interesting things. I mean, just to give you an example there, I found a bike lock that's been clearly, you know, part of a crime quite recently.
The tide's coming in, we've got no time whatsoever, and he's not taking it seriously.
I am licensed to lark.
I'm going to check out his hands when he comes back, and I dare say they're going to be nice and clean.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe on a bit of mud as we get nearer there, because Steve's a bit funny about that. Look at that, it's an old belt loop. I really want to find something here, you know. Though it's not a wheelbarrow, it's not something you can fake. I could get it by luck, but you need the experience of years' experience of doing it, and it's something you will just, hopefully I will just get better at. Thank you. You've got to put the hours in with mudlarking. It's actually not a lark. It's really hard work. And you suddenly realise that all your veins in your head are coming out, and you're looking like Luca Brasi when he gets whacked out in The Godfather. And your sort of head's just bulging. So thank you again. I'll move on. Oh, that's a bit of all right though, look. I mean, I hope it's a Roman coin, but Steve will doubtless tell me that that is something like a trading token. But there it is down there, look.
As you can see, tide's coming in. I'm getting really wet. I'm going to have to go and check what he's up to. Your time's up, son. Vaughanie. I went over. You tuck that
I
out.
did go over a bit, yeah.
What you got?
I got a nice pipe stem there. I got a bit of a pipe bowl there, but I thought you might like it because it's got some markings on it there, look, on the...
Yeah, this is the hill.
Yeah.
The stem. It's got a maker's mark on it, so you've got E on one side.
Yeah.
And W on the other side. What else you got?
Now, this is evidence of a bike theft.
No.
Then I've got a sawed-off padlock.
More evidence again.
I thought that was the image of Jesus. But it's not.
No, it's not.
A belt buckle.
Well, you must have had something. You've been doing it for 5 minutes. Hey, hey, hey!
Is that good? I thought that was a trade token, actually, when I saw it.
This is a medieval token. So it's a cross and pellet. Imagine that, for instance, we go and buy a loaf.
Yeah.
We need change. Change was in short demand at some point. You know, the monarchy didn't want to dish out, you know, maybe silver, maybe gold.
Yeah.
But in this case, it would have been in copper or whatever. So, of course, we would have got a one of these, which is a medieval token.
But who minted them, and where did they come from? Because someone just said, I'm going to print a load up.
No,
stamp a load up.
a tradesman again. This could be from an inn. It could be from a candle maker.
It's like a token for bartering. Rather than taking, say, a chicken into a shop, you give him that, and he can exchange it with you for a chicken sometime.
Right, what else have you got in that bucket?
That's it.
That was it. So out of the 5 minutes, that's all you got?
Yeah.
Right, so next thing, I actually just want to check your hands.
I washed them off when I was rinsing off the coin.
No. Just have hand, please.
They were really muddy. They were, look.
No. Well, we've got a bit of dirt here, but you weren't on the phone or anything, was you?
No, I'm not going to be humiliating.
Come on, Vaughanie, I want to look at those hands. You have done nothing with those hands whatsoever.
I have.
Coming up as the tide marches relentlessly in, we come face to face with the darker side of medicine.
Half an hour with Venus and 3 months with Mercury.
Half an hour with Venus, Mercury down there. Sorry about Steve, he's a rough man with rough ways.
First thing you're going to need, Johnny, is a body.
Right, so there we go.
Mud god Steve Brooker and I have been scouring the foreshore in the Cannon Street area of London. So far, though, our efforts have been mostly in vain.
I thought that was the image of Jesus.
No, it's not.
It is said that at its peak, this area of the Thames was so busy with shipping, you could cross the river one side to the other just by stepping from boat to boat. So far, though, we've turned up scant evidence of that level of activity. A few garnets and an old wheelbarrow, and that's not enough for us to consider ourselves real mudmen.
Now, Steve.
Yeah.
We know survey, assess, and you couldn't think of a third one, so you just said sausage to give us SAS. But I really want to break my duck and find something kind of good today down here. So come on.
Well, I've told you to look for certain things, and one of them is erosion, where you see blackness coming out. And normally in that blackness, yeah, you could have something good. So if we look behind that revetment there, blackness.
Okay, so you think that's a good place for me to look?
Yeah,
I've got the bucket.
Let's go and have a look.
Let's go have a little look, Steve. Just guide me through it. I want your eyes, Steve, your eyes.
A revetment is a type of marine defence designed to protect the shoreline from the waves created by the river traffic.
Check this area out. Right, we're actually behind the revetment.
Okay.
Now, what can you see?
How old is this revetment, incidentally?
I tell you, this is a golden old. Yeah, I reckon we've got 200-300 years on this.
Okay.
But as you can see, yeah, as this is actually eroding out, like that part's missing, the tide's coming in and just taking everything out, taking it back out into the middle.
This is a good place for things to get wedged and
yeah,
let's have a
because
look.
just look at that darkness there. Right now, I can actually, can you see? I'll leave this one to you.
There.
It's straight in.
There we go. I need something to wash it off with.
What do you reckon? Any idea? Well, what does it look like to you first?
A little mini cannon? No, I don't know. What is it?
It's a pewter syringe.
Is it? So how old's that?
Well, this one itself is, I'd say,